There we are. Let's get this one started up. That one's good. Okay, what image should we use today? How about the turbo green? Why not? And of course, put it in its playlist. There is no altered content. The primary language is English. Dog's trying to tell me he's hungry, but he doesn't get fed until 6. Alright, there we are. All saved. Well, good morning, everybody. We just got done doing our overnight live to see how well that was. I'll have some audio playing in the background while I go get food for the dogs.
And yeah, so this weapon has only like a bottom loading speed. I don't know
You see if you can guess which audio it
you know
is.
how most guns, like the Monster 500, they have a side breaching thing. Yeah, this one only has it from the bottom. So as you can see, and I think they did this in World War II because there was a lot of dust and mud and stuff. So they kind of did this so it's kind of more closed and it increases reliability. Also, this weapon has this cool feature where you press the trigger down, and once you press this and pull it up.
You're way too drunk. Use a shotgun. You love it. Don't. Just set it down. You're too drunk. Love it? Love it. Why are you using a knife? Oh.
وين الباب؟ مش عارف وين الباب؟ طيب انا عايز واحد يرمي كذي جاهز الهدف لتحت
What does it?
Hey there, Black Fraction. I didn't like the way you and your boys were disrespecting me last night. I just wanted to let you know that you better think twice again before you disrespect me, because honestly, I've done things that you and your boys would never do. to just know your own pussy. You know, I go harder than anyone I know, much less anyone that you know, okay? So, you dig? Do you dig? You from New Jersey and you don't know how to do it. But my raps are tighter than yours, my muscles are bigger, you ain't got no chain, you ain't got no white beaters, no guns, no hair gel. Just respect me. You ain't nothing. I'll come up there, probably flash my guns around a little bit. I'll go, ooh, my mom's gonna kill me.
Take only. Aim low. It's got about a 3.5-pound trigger.
If she dislocates her shoulder, I'm not driving her. She's slammed against the tree or something.
Squeeze it. Put your tongue back in your mouth.
No. It's that, Brian.
Oh, good morning again, everybody. So if any of you couldn't guess, that was gun fail audio in the background. People doing incredibly dumb and unsafe things with their firearms. Always be safe. Always practice firearm safety. Never point it in a direction that you're not prepared to destroy something. Always, always operate it as if it's loaded. Keep your finger off that trigger unless you're intending to use it. Gun fails. A lot of lessons to be learned from them. Oh, but good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? We just got done doing our 6-hour overnight live. Kind of test out YouTube metrics. It was interesting. It got some results. I can see why people do it. Oh, just got done feeding the dogs. Got myself some coffee. Oh, feel free to ask any questions you like. I'll probably keep this up until I run out of coffee. It's an interesting overnight experience. Hey, don't call me radio. How you doing? Bro, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I remember that from school, but I don't remember them teaching me how to do taxes. Robbie, how you doing, man? Welcome. That's true. That's how they got Al. Oh, right on. Welcome to the 2A world. Oh yeah, man. I'm tired. Don't want to be up, but I'm on call today for my side job, so that's going to be fun. At least it's all overtime. Oh, was he? All fantastic things, I hope. Well, hello, cat. All bad, all right. Oh, I try to be. I mean, with a name like Stiffler, you gotta be good at the jokes, and the chillness, and the ladies. That is an upper of our own design, the Stiffler Manufacturing SM19 Turbo. This particular model has Penguin tactical stencils on it so that we can do camo. And the coating is Cerakote. Man, how are you just gonna dog the Stiffmeister like that? Yeah, fairly budget friendly. They're a little more expensive than they used to be. I picked up 3 recently on sale for $150, but individually they pop up to 60 or 70 a piece now. So, I mean, definitely get them when there's a sale. But if you also want some of the colored ones, like they have yellow and green and whatever, those are 100 a pop. So you might do better just getting something like tan, and when it's 50, and then just Cerakoting it yourself. If you're set up for Cerakote. I mean, it's not really hard. You are going to need a spray gun, air compressor. You're going to need like the little Cerakote kit. And then you're going to need an oven that you never plan on cooking food in again. That is tough. So for green, we have Eastern Front, Jesse James Eastern Front green, which is kind of like a forest dark green. And then we have OD Mil-Spec green, which isn't quite like OD green. It's like a variant of it. And then, of course, we have Green Mamba, but that's, zombie neon green. Just got the cats playing. Oh, I think we talked about this one last night, but I don't quite remember. Besides our website, we also have an eBay store, which I'm loath to have an eBay store, but people trust it. In reality, eBay is actually not super Second Amendment friendly. But anyway, we sell slides on there, and we had a blemish slide that there's barely no blemish on it, but we still discounted the price. Like normally we sell it at 165, and we dropped it down to 130, like 129.99. And kudos to the guy to having the huevos to say, hey, can I get that at half price? So it's already knocked down $35. He wanted me to knock it from 130 to 65. So it would have been $100 savings. Like, kudos. But I had to explain to him, like, no, we wouldn't make any money on that. And on top of that, eBay is going to take at least 13.6%. And then he asks, do you have cheap slides? His budget is only $50. I'm like, we don't sell. I mean, the only thing we sell that's that low is barrels and parts kits. Oh, the zombie green. See, the zombie green frame might be good for turning into a different color. Oh, yeah, I can show you the undercarriage. Hold on. Let me turn on a light so you get a better view. Now, of course, I'm going to have to take the other one out of frame, so quick little magic trick here. Now, let's flip all these over so you can get a good idea. The one in the middle I actually use occasionally. Okay, so there we have our habanero red, and as you can see, it's all the way through. The same thing with our old Stormtrooper white there. Now we use Arctic white. But the stenciled one, black on top, white on bottom, that's because white was the base. Oh, let's see what I missed. OD green dagger frame. Yep, saw that, saw that. OD green slide with FDE lower. Where's my black frame? No, I had it. Huh. Well, that's going to be an incredibly dumb spot, I imagine. Oh yeah, no problem. Another quick little magic trick. And there we go. the heck happened to it? Oh, well, anyway, as I was saying. So we had to tell the guy, at one point, our cheapest slide was 85, and that's because it had a severe tooling mark. One of the tools broke in the machine, and it caused severe cosmetic damage. Now, there was nothing wrong with it mechanically. It still functioned fine. It's just, it was no longer aesthetically pleasing. And our slides are 17.4 stainless, and you're not likely to find a 17.4 with features, you know, below like 150. So this one was only 130 because of a blemish, and it was a minor one. If you're looking for slides at $100 or less, you're going to get something out of 416R stainless steel, and it's going to have minimum features. No optics cut, no porting. And so then he goes up and he says, well, how about 60 or 70? And like, I wouldn't trust most slides that are that low in price. Either the metal quality is absolute trash, or it's out of spec. Or maybe it's a very severe blemish. Like a bad tool marking or something like that. Would it be possible to take inspiration from the Ruger RXM and make a multi-footprint cut slide? What, like multi-optic? You know, we had a multi-optic slide when we first started. And we slowly got rid of it in favor of one optic. Now, if I remember correctly, it was the Trijicon RMR, which we have now. And then I want to say the RMSC. But it's been a long time, so I could be misremembering. In theory, it's possible. You could probably get a couple on there. Well, I shouldn't even say in theory. It is possible, because we've done it. Now, the RXM states that it's good for Trijicon RMR, RMSC, and Delta Point Pro. They could probably fit 3 optics on there, no problem. As for whether or not it's going to cause problems in the future, so long as they used good steel, I don't foresee any issues. Which, I mean, it's Ruger, so they probably did. You'll find like a lot of the aftermarket slide manufacturer community uses 416R stainless steel. A handful, like us, Zev, Zafiri, Grey Ghost, we use 17.4. And then there's also a handful out there that use something that's lesser quality than 416, like Rock Slide USA. I don't know what they use, but their aggressive cuts can't handle it. Okay, let the dogs back to the center. I don't know, I'd say RMR was probably a good choice on the footprint. Hey, stop that. The dog's arguing over food. You all have your own food. You have your own food bowls. Oh, right on, Johnny B. Yeah, I mean, the RMR is a great choice for any slide because it's so common. So many people have the Trigicon RMR. It's why we chose it over, say, Acro or any other cuts out there. What I'm not sure about is the Glock MOS cut patented? Okay, you're being silly. What you got? Get out. Get out. Dealing with dogs. Hey, Brookside. Yeah, and Siley is really doing some great things with offering multiple optic options, and now they are making an affordable closed emitter. I've tested out the Wolf X Pro so far. I've got to test out the EDG that we have back there too. The Wolf X Pro is doing just fine at the range. The EDG, it needs more. Hey, Shadow. Or sorry, the EDG just needs to be unboxed. So looping back to that other guy, we kind of just told him, like, no, that's too low for any of our slides that we currently offer. Honestly, that's too low for any slide in the future that we might do, even if we start doing blanks. Because I was like, you may want to start looking at some other brands. Stop playing with my charging cord, cat. Cat just loves the charging cord for some reason. Oh, right, what was I saying? I told him he might want to try another brand because, like, our cheapest. Cat, I'm gonna put you back in your box. There we go. Nope, nope, you're staying right there. Okay, good. All right, we told him we wanted to try other brands because our cheapest slide, brand new with no blemishes, is $145. Like, our prices are set for a reason. We've got employees to pay. And I think people like forget that you know, every eBay seller, and even then, if that were the case, every eBay seller was a private seller selling stuff. Why would anybody sell something at such a heavy loss, especially gun parts? His attitude kind of inclines, at least indicates to me that he's looking to take advantage of somebody who might be on hard times. Which we are not, and not every eBay seller is. Most eBay sellers are not on hard times. Quite a few of them just do it as side work. Some people do it as a full-time business. You're not wrong. Iron works just fine. I'd like it more optical on the front side of the slide. I don't think that'd really be doable and be effective. Just because of muzzle rise and... Yeah, mounting would make it kind of weird. I think the screws would probably start taking a lot of the heat from shooting. But yeah, no, it's perfectly fine to use iron. The vast majority of my experience in firearms is iron. That said, I do know guys, for example, in the Army, who were sharpshooters their whole career, who were on the cusp of making expert. The moment they ever did a range qual with the CCO, they started hitting expert. They were able to do target acquisition just a bit faster. They got their sight picture pretty good. Which means, you know, you have like the Army that shoots out at 300 meters and the Marines that shoot at 500 meters. The faster you can acquire your target accurately, efficiently, then the faster you can dispatch said target before it gets closer to your position. Not to say that you need a red dot to do that, because we've been doing that for a long, long time, long before red dots even existed. Afraid not, Desh. We do the Glock 19 and the Glock 17 in Gen 3 And we are going to be working on the Glock 43 and possibly the 26 in the future. I wonder if I should just have stuff playing in the background. Oh, I remember this one. Lets you know that not all shotguns are drop safe.
All right, now we have the 400 grain platinum tip and the 500 magnum, and Stephanie is going to give it a shot. All right, cock back that hammer.
She's afraid of it. Yeah, she's not comfortable with this.
Here we go. You all right?
I mean, it looks like YN content, but the dude's white as snow. Just lit up his apartment wall with an AK. Oh, those are funny. The, what is it, Indian, maybe? Weapons tests.
Some people wanted to know how to put the hammer back down after.
Do we know if any of the Siley optics are night vision capable? I don't think so.
So I'm going to show you guys.
NVs are incredibly expensive.
Is when you put the hammer back, so this gun's totally loaded. You have to push down the hammer before you even pull the trigger. And once you do that, it enables you to fuck.
Ooh, you just got scoped. You know, I highly encourage everybody to watch gun fail videos on a semi-regular basis. You're going to learn what stupid is. You're also going to learn what catastrophic malfunctions are, and hopefully how to react when that happens. Oh yeah, L3 mil spec. Man, I wish I had the nods I had when I was in. That said, prolonged night vision use messes with your eyes. Temporarily, mind you. But you get what we call brown eye, where, like, for example, if you have blue eyes, your eyes would turn purple. And any viewing of normal light appeared like you ever been in an overly chlorinated pool and just looking at light looks all weird afterwards? It's kind of like that. So going from prolonged night vision use to just regular light is going to be a little disorienting. Oh, fair point. And to explain how useful they were, for example, I did a training mission a long time ago in Atropia, if you know, you know. And we had a unit moving up on this ridge, and we had nods. And we could see that movement, but because of that, and because of IR strobes and lasers, we were able to communicate that that was a friendly unit, along with comms. But if we had been completely in the dark, we might have lit up our own friendly unit, you know, without knowing it, because movement in the dark. So when they used to say things like, we own the night, yeah, we really used to. Now, enemies and allies have the same or similar equipment that we do. So we're not the only ones with night vision out there. Hey, Josh Bryan, how goes it? Would love some nods, though. My mic is catching up the dog snoring. I've never really used a green dot, so I don't have much of an opinion on it. Thank you. We are testing out the Sileys, so I've already shot the Wolf X Pro. I've got an EDG up on top there. I haven't unboxed it yet. I've shot with thermal. It's fun. And interesting once you get used to it. It's effective. Though at the time, I believe we had it mounted to a 240. Oh, and I have drop tested the Wolf X Pro. So chest height, did several drops where it landed on the housing and still running just fine. Hey boy. Who's a sleepy boy? You should have slept last night when I was sleeping. But no. Have you seen some of the new clip-on thermals? No, I don't think so. Huh. Amazon night vision for 180. Oh boy. Maybe we should give these a try. Night Fox Swift 2 Pro NVG goggles. Head or helmet mounted. And you can record. It has infrared. Designed for airsoft use. Kind of curious. Yeah, 180 on Amazon for this thing. Unsurpassed clarity. My ass. There's a cheaper version for 160. Oh my goodness. You know, I don't always knock cheap stuff because you never know, but I've got a bad feeling about that. You know, mono wouldn't be bad. There's a Bushnell one for 135. Hey, stay dangerous. Yeah, I mean, they say it's designed for airsoft, so. Monos wouldn't be bad. I had mono, not the disease. I had mono nods, night vision when I was in. It's a little weird though. You got one sight, one eye you can see out of, and one you can't. Hey, 778 on the subs. Right on. So 222 until we can do our giveaway. Huh. Let's see, let's take a look at the selling. Let's take a look at that. Some digital can go as far as having circular screens to be more true to analog. If I'm pronouncing your name right, Zhang. We will be doing a giveaway once we reach 1K subs for one of our SM19 Viper slides, which will be similar to that white one there. Once we hit 1K, we will do a live stream on a Friday or a Saturday. Well, and we'll announce it beforehand so people have time to see if they can attend. All subscribers that are active in the stream, we're going to write down their username, we're going to put them on a wheel, and near the end of the stream, we're going to spin the wheel, and one random person who's in the live is going to get or win the slide. The caveat is that they have to have a United States address. We cannot ship overseas. Because we're a business, there's rules we have to follow about shipping overseas, and we don't have the licenses to ship firearm parts overseas. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll get in line with the ITAR regulations, but for now it's just United States and its territories. With the exception of American Samoa, we do not ship to American Samoa. And that's because they have effectively banned 9mm. Now, while our parts themselves are not illegal in American Samoa, the concept of building a 9mm frame or like pistol is illegal. So we can't contribute to that without risk. So we just don't ship there. Which sucks, because they're in American territory where they don't effectively have the Second Amendment. And that's just disappointing. Oh, let's take a look at our tracking. Oh, hey, it's in Memphis. Hey, Eddie. Oh, in this case, you guys actually have more Second Amendment rights than American Samoa. So American Samoa, you have to have a license to have a firearm, and you can't list self-defense as a reason. You can list hunting and sport shooting. And on top of that, for rifles, the only caliber that's legal is .22. And shotguns, 410, 20 gauge, and 12 gauge. Oh, and 16 gauge. And all pistols are illegal unless you were grandfathered in 1991. Yep. American Samoa, the U.S. territory, effectively has no Second Amendment rights. And I disagree with it wholeheartedly. But their premise is that because they're an unincorporated territory of the United States, the Constitution does not apply to them, so the Second Amendment does not apply. Now, this is backed up by multiple Supreme Court rulings back in the early 1900s. About unincorporated territories of the United States and their constitutional rights. Now, if they become an incorporated territory, or they become a state, they get full constitutional rights. But, like for example, American Samoans are not naturally born Americans. They can apply, and they get fast-tracked a lot faster than foreign nationals. Because they're considered American nationals, but not American citizens, if that makes any kind of sense. Like, Puerto Ricans are just born American citizens. American Samoans are not. They have to go through a paperwork process. Which I think they're also one of the only territories that doesn't have a National Guard. Yeah, so let's see. Puerto Rico does, Guam does, the Virgin Islands does. So yeah, the Northern Mariana Islands don't, and American Samoa does not. Hey, look at this. We're learning a little bit about geography and history and civics. No, Eddie, keep complaining. California needs a revamp. How they handle the Second Amendment is not okay. But at least we can still ship our slides to California because we make Gen 3s. Once we start making Gen 5s, those we won't be able to ship. But maybe by the time we start making Gen 5s, you guys will have fixed that. I don't know. I thought you guys had. Because isn't it that you guys can't get ammo delivered to your door, and they tried to make you guys do background checks for ammo? It's freaking wild. I remember a little while ago they were talking about laser engraving every brass shell casing with a serial number. Like, do you know how freaking impossible that would be and how much more expensive it would make ammo? Could you imagine just like every shell casing with a QR code? I mean, yeah, you could laser it on, but goddamn. And if we are ever, for some reason, forced to laser our serial numbers on our slides, it's going to be something like FTATF001. Law enforcement agency trying to be a legislative agency. They need to be checked. Every once in a while they do something good, like play some more, oh, I remember this. They used to use this as a training video at a range I went to. This is called a hang fire. So the guy is shooting a shotgun down range and pulls the trigger, click, nothing. So then for some retarded reason, he decides to look down the barrel. Now thankfully, when it discharges, it only blows his hat and skins his head a little bit. He lived. Freaking idiot.
Hey Steve, this is
Oh god, the Glock 40.
No, if you would. This is a Glock 40. 50 Cent, Too Short, all of them talk about Glock 40. Okay, I'm the only one in this group who's professional enough that I know how to carry this Glock 40. I'm the only
DEA agent.
No, is everybody all right? All right.
You know, there is a debate about how negligent discharges happen on people who are too familiar with their firearms because they've lost that pucker factor. So they start being unsafe because they've been competent for so long that they just start to lose their edge. Never lose your edge. It's a firearm. It's always unsafe if you're being unsafe. Don't get all cocky. That's how bad stuff happens. Air rifle and air guns are an easier alternative. Not as powerful, but it's up there. Yeah, I mean you can hunt small game with air rifles. I can hunt rabbit with air rifles. That's why I have two P320s. You never know when they'll get you. Give 320s to your enemies. I'm so disappointed with that. And apparently the 365 may have the same issue. I don't know. Because we already did measurement work on the 320 to make a Stiffler version of the 320. So that's frustrating. You've got a Glock 23 Gen 3 new fax and 9mm barrel for suppressor, but no suppressor height sights. Get yourself some suppressor height sights, my guy. Oh my goodness. Also a suppressor. Oh, it's one of those days where I slept wrong. So now it's just going to be a whole day of stretching my back. Oh, see, man, I'm tired. I still haven't finished my coffee yet. You could get one of our slides, Shedell. I'm not going to beg you, though. Stiff man has his pride, kind of. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, you just shot your friend. See, gun fails are something people laugh at until it happens to them. For suppressed, yeah. I mean, the only time that it becomes an issue is when you're doing something high caliber like 50. Like a great example would be the Pro system. When you're mounting an M2 on it, is every time you shoot, the digital display shakes, and you're losing your zero. You need to let it reset. So if you don't get a high quality optic for certain rifles, you're going to lose your 0 after shooting. But for a suppressor, yeah, you should be just fine. Get an optic with it. Go ahead. Optics-wise, Hollow Sun, Gideon Optics. Siley seems to be doing well if you're looking to go for a little cheaper. Trigicon. I have no skin in the optic game. Though I will have to say, Siley gave us those optics. So I did not buy those. Siley gave us them. And we still got to do testing and stuff. Well, if you're using a suppressor, I wouldn't necessarily recommend a ported barrel. The slide could be ported, but I wouldn't recommend... Then again, I don't think I've ever seen a ported threaded barrel. But anyway, I'd probably say go with the helmet. You've got your front grip serrations. You've got your top grip serrations. Don't have to worry about the porting issue. Yeah, for a suppressor, I'd probably go with the helmet. Which is this red one right here. Mr. Bullshitter, what's going on? Yeah, we did an all-night live. Or an overnight live, I guess I should say. Because I wasn't there. I mean, it was in the beginning, but then I left. And just let the live keep going. 6 hours and 8 minutes. And, you know, metric-wise, it got some likes and views. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that again. Let's take a look at the analytics for this one. It says it got over 1,200. And I got 15 likes on it. And I got some new subscribers out of it. 5. Yeah, 5 new subscribers, 1,200 views. And just for people popping in and looking at my guns. So that was interesting. There we go, let's send that. Too easy. View the tracking on this. Hey, it's arrived in Tennessee, alright. Those are also in Tennessee, pending Florida. Alright. Oh, thank you, Eddie. Right on, John. We'll see you when you get back. Yeah, our prices range from $145 to $270, depending on if you're doing strip slides or completes, and what model and what color. I think we're fairly well priced. I mean, other comparable slides are, up in the 300 to 500 range. Yes, we do. We're on our 4th Cerakote booth now. Each time we knock it down and build it up, it gets a little better. Oh, quick little adjustment here. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, get a good Craigslist oven, Something that it can still get to temperature. You can put it outside, put it in your workshop. You'll never have to worry about cooking with it. Hey, we're 780 on the subs. 220 to go until we do that giveaway. Let's see, what are we looking at on analytics? Well, all right, not too bad. We have stripped slides and complete slides. The complete slides come with an ELD performance barrel, an SCT manufacturing parts kit, and Glock OEM sights. Thanks for everybody popping in. Thank you all for the likes and subs. It's greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. There we are. All right, let's take a look at the social media metrics. I've got to do a report in a few days. See how our numbers have shifted over the last month. Oh my god. So someone suggests, as a modest proposal, that we put the Sig Sauer CEO in a bank vault with a small hole in the ceiling through which people will drop loaded P320s one at a time until he confesses. Jesus. Such a wild concept. All right, I'm going to step away for a second. I got to go do something real quick, but I'll be back in just a little bit.
Anytime.
So let's put up a decent gun fail for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, what the heck? Why not this one?
I just fucking shot myself.
Yeah, don't be any of these people.
Oh, son of a bitch! So, this is the kind of ammo it shoots. 12 gauge. This is a 12 gauge birdshot. And yeah, so this weapon has only like the bottom loaded feed. I don't know if you can see that. So you know how most guns, like the Mossberg 500, they have a side reaching thing? Yeah, this one only has it from the bottom. So if you can see. And I think they did this in World War II because there's a lot of dust and mud and stuff. So they kind of did this so it's kind of more closed and it increases reliability. Also, this weapon has this cool feature where you press the trigger down, and once you press this down and pull it up,
You're way too drunk to use a shotgun. Don't. Just set it down. You're too drunk. Good. Why are you using a knife? Oh.
وين الباب؟ فين؟ مش ها؟ وين الباب؟ انا اشوف واحد يبني كذي تجاهز الهدف لتحت What to say?
Hey, Black Fraction. I didn't like the way you and your boys were disrespecting me last night. I just wanted to let you know that you better think twice again before you disrespect me, because honestly, I've done things that you and your boys would never do. Alright? So just know that your own pussy. You know, I go harder than anyone I know, much less anyone that you know, okay? So, you dig? Do you dig? You're from New Jersey and you don't know how to do it. But my raps are tighter than yours, my muscles are bigger, you ain't got no chain, you ain't got no white beaters, no gun, no hair gel. Just respect me. You ain't nothing. I'll come up there, probably flash my guns around a little bit.
What is that, Jennings?
Dude, my mom's gonna kill me.
My mom's gonna kill me. Oh, this I completely disagree with. Guy's giving her a pistol with chambered in .50 Action Express. She's clearly never shot something like that before.
Jesus, Scott, you know how to love these.
Dude, I don't know the grinder.
Whoa!
Catastrophic malfunction. You should have inspected that chamber more.
The hell?
Ah, yes, tiny girl with a big shotgun. Classic. I actually don't particularly find those funny. It's just her posture's bad. She's not shouldering it correctly. And of course she fires and she gets knocked on her ass. Like, don't get me wrong, I love slapstick humor, but it's firearms. Like, everybody should be training and teaching and improving each other, not, hey, let's give this tiny girl a big gun and watch her fall over. Hey, 781 on the subs. Thank you very much. 219 to go until we get to our 1K slide giveaway.
This is so terrible. I'm recording right now. I'm recording. This is England being tased.
Kids, your fucking toys don't do this ever. Not at home, not in fucking public. Don't fucking do this. Ever. Alright. Oh, yeah. Keep your shirt on. Keep your shirt on. Oh my god.
This is so bad. Okay. You have the juice.
This is the real deal, dude. Like,
It's a real taste. It won't be that hard to find
5
out.
seconds. Well, be careful.
Please don't do this.
No. I'd cover your cock, dude. I'm not gonna shoot your cock.
gonna watch on. 5, 4, 3. You're a fucking nut, dude. I'm gonna shoot you. You're not even right there. God damn it. Get out of here, bro. Oh my God. Sure. Oh my God. England. 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 Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's in your testicles? It's in my testicles. Oh my God. Right now. I gotta touch your balls. You get it out. Look at it. Yeah. Lay it down. Pull it out. It's hurt. Oh my God. Pull it out. Pull it out. No. Get it out.
So yeah, people are stupid.
Oh my God, dude, my balls hurt so bad from watching that.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We're at about the hour and a half mark. I'm going to end this one here, and I'll probably do another one later today. So thanks for joining us, and as always, stay 2A every day.